Hi, this is Matt at Custom Car Grills with a mesh install for the JL Jeep Wrangler. After the grill is removed from the vehicle, I'll flip it around to work on the back. There's 8 torque screws that need to be removed as shown here. A T20 Torx driver is all that's needed to make short work of these fasteners. After that, 4 white plastic retainer clips will be next. A flathead screwdriver can be helpful in pressing down on the back of the clip to release it. Now, the only thing holding the stock mesh to the grill is 10 plastic clips. Using a flathead screwdriver to press down the plastic flap behind the clip will help release it. With everything unfastened, the centerpiece should come out with ease, and then the side pieces can be removed last. 6 of the 8 Torx screws need to be reinstalled firmly back on the grill. The 2 screw locations as shown here should be left unfastened until later. Now, onto the mesh piece we have available for sale on our website. This is pre-cut and pre-bent specifically for the JL Wrangler, with all the right cutouts made in all the right spots. Also included are some mounting bases, ties, and cleaning pads. When lined up correctly, the mesh should drop right on the back of the grill with ease. But before positioning the mesh into place, here's the exact location for the 22 mounting bases that will need to be installed beforehand. For these pads to get good adhesion to the back of the grill, I'm going to clean the area with the alcohol wipes that are included with the kit. Once the alcohol has evaporated, I'll start placing the mounting bases in the positions that were previously highlighted. Make sure these are getting good contact with the plastic. In the areas where the factory stickers are, sometimes it's possible to put the mounting base over the sticker. If the sticker comes off easily, then remove it and then place the base directly on the plastic. But if the sticker is firmly in place, then we can likely install the base over top of it. For extra assurance that the mounting bases won't come off, I'll use some adhesive around the bottom of the base. A small amount can be easily dispensed onto something like a toothpick, and then spread around the base, like so. After the adhesive is cured, it's time to start feeding the mounting ties through the mesh and the mounting bases. The tricky part is getting the tail end of the tie positioned just right so that it will end up going easily through the mounting base opening. Once the tail end has been fed through the mesh and the mounting base, then it can easily be fed back through the mesh and then very loosely fastened. At this point, do not tighten the ties tight at all. We need to leave a lot of room so we can work underneath of the mesh. Now it's just a matter of feeding all of the ties through the mesh and bases, which can take a few minutes to accomplish. In some spots, I find it easier to have one hand underneath of the grill, like so. This way, I don't need to put my hand as far in underneath of the mesh. Regardless of how the mesh is being installed, be careful around the edge of the mesh, as some areas may be a little sharp. With all of the ties connected, the mesh can be fully lowered in place. Pinching the center of the ties may help slide it down easier. Next, the 2 remaining screws that were left from earlier can be reinstalled. They should just barely have some overlap and still grip onto the mesh. Now, all the ties can be pulled tight. It's good to have a firm hold, but there's no sense in over-tightening the ties. Keeping the mesh lined up straight is also something to look out for in this step. If one side is tightened too much first, then the other side might have shifted just a little bit. Now, I'll grab some wire cutters and trim off the tail end of the ties and discard them. Here's how everything should look on the back of the grill now. We've got a bunch of ties in place to hold our mesh on firmly. Everything lined up perfectly, and there doesn't seem to be anything left to do but check out our work. Let's flip it around and see how it turned out. Hey, this looks really good. The new mesh definitely has a smaller opening than the stock version, but it also has a higher open area percent. Before reinstallation on the Jeep, it's best to test the strength of the installation to make sure it's on there good. Once I got the hang of the mounting ties and base setup, it went pretty quickly. The hardest part of all of this is really just waiting for the adhesive on the mounting bases to cure. I look forward to seeing some installs on this Jeep and seeing any custom paint jobs that owners might create. If you have any questions about this video, then feel free to contact me. Thanks for watching.